Did you know the word Bevy means drink in England? It's no coincidence the proprietor of the Bevy bar at SALT is from Liverpool. He and his partner are hoping their new lunch spot next door draws a bevy of followers too. Cheers!
My name is Christian Self. I am one of the owners of Bevy Bar and Bevy Market down in Kakaako in the SALT complex. The bar side has been open for about 3.5 years now, and we just recently opened our lunch concept, which is the market side. We're a little bit of a different style. We are a classic cocktail bar. We pride ourselves on our mixed drinks and cocktails, using many different types of styles of bartending. We were one of the anchor tenants. We were one of the first people in here as they were kind of like demolishing the neighborhood and rebuilding it back up. We styled ourselves and did design inside the bar to give it that kind of like more of a raw industrial feel that kind of fits in with the neighborhood, with everything being reused and repurposed. Timo and myself, we met when we were managing 39 Hotel, which is a little, used to be a art gallery / nightclub in Chinatown. We both, we met eye to eye. And we both had a vision that we would like to own our own business and open our own bar someday. As we taught, our visions seemed to kind of align together, so we decided to partner up. Then we grew into opening the lunch concept, which is the Bevy Market. We wanted to have a proper kitchen. We had the kitchen within the space of Bevy Bar. It's in where the alcove is. When we were able to get hold of the space next door when our neighbor tenants, Cosina, moved out, then we were able to take over that space, rip it apart, and put it all back together and make it into a proper kitchen so we could have like better facilities, we could make better food, and do the things that we always wanted to do from the beginning, that we were just constrained by space. I'm originally from Liverpool, England. I came out to Hawaii about 20-some years ago to be with my dad and my stepbrother and my stepmom. He was a volcanologist professor at University of Hawaii. For me, it was a way to get away from England, start fresh, try something new and different. And I used to be an engineer at Ford Motor Company. I did electrics for them in the car factory, which was quite a far cry, programming robots and stuff like that. Very different from what I do today. When I first got to Hawaii, I opened up Borders Bookstore, and that was my first ever job in the States. From there, I wanted to make extra money so I could, move into an apartment, have my own place. So I took up a job waiting tables at TGI Fridays. From there, kind of climbed the chain and became one of their bartenders. And then from there, I basically have just been opening brand new bars and restaurants, nightclubs. I've traveled across the US and also across the globe to do consulting work, training, education for all different types of clients. I say myself, I am a bartender. I'm a bartender by trade. So I say, just as Alan Wong was a very talented cook who wanted to open up his own restaurant, I'm a bartender who wanted to open up my own bar. Timo, she was born and raised here, but then grew up in Taiwan. She came back here for college, where she went to UH and studied the travel industry management, but she also had a spot on KTUH, and she fell in love with music and being that radio persona, that DJ, and she started to DJ in the local scene, playing a lot of gigs and things like that, but it was always her dream. She's a big city girl. Taipei is a huge city. Hawaii just has that kind of like a bit of a small feel to it, but she really wanted to try her hand, and we have like a lot of really great friends in New York. There's actually quite a big Hawaii community over there who are all involved in music and DJing, and so that's where she decided, after we'd opened Bevy, that she was going to go try her hand at seeing how she can do in the music industry, like over in Bigger Pond in New York. Daily we have music that is hand-selected by Timo. She does all the music programming, so there's always something, kind of funky, but down-tempo. It's really good to be able to just sit back and provide a perfect background music. Every Wednesday we have live music, so it's normally just acoustic acts. And then Fridays and Saturdays we like to kind of turn the tempo up a little bit. So we have a few we have DJs every Friday and Saturday. working at 39 Hotel, I mean, it was an art gallery. We'd have these amazing art installations. So we would, with this being like a focal point and a focal point for the room, as soon as you walk in, you see these amazing pieces of work. We've had like a whole series of them. Like I said, we've got about maybe 6 or 7 like big murals that we've had up for several months at a time. This particular one is done by Jesse Smith. He's a tattoo artist from Virginia. He was out here for the Tattoo Expo, and he was put in touch with us by Kamea Hadar, who's one of the proprietors and the setup guys for Powwow Hawaii. The market is meant to be a grab and go, or come and sit down out and dine outside, more of a, you would say, New York or European style cafe or deli. It's very, you know, simple, rustic. The food is delicious. Chef Susan Smolinski is amazing. She has like a lot of experiences, having spent time in France and England as well. And we wanted to really just showcase what like good homemade food can actually be. So we bring in like the freshest ingredients. We do everything in-house. So we talked about, you tried our Reuben earlier. We make the pastrami in-house. It takes them 7 days from getting the big slabs of brisket, trimming it, curing it, putting the rub on it, taking it out there, smoking it, and then actually steaming it off. And then that is the amount of love and time and effort is put into pretty much everything that we do. We generally offer a few hot plates as specials, and then we have sandwiches and salads. Nighttime, we flip the market over, the night crew comes in, and that becomes the main kitchen for Bevy Bar. And Bevy Bar serves more like a rustic style, small plates that is very shareable. We also do have like larger size entrees. We try and source a lot of our stuff, like we get it from local vendors, but we also highlight Maui Nui venison. We've also had Nihihau lamb. So we're bringing in a lot of different products and things that you wouldn't normally find when you think about your quintessential bar food.